Hello everyone, welcome back. Today I brought in some small Chinese elms, just do a bit of pruning on them. Starting to get a little bit wild looking, so we'll do a bit of keep them back into control. So we'll start with this one, the statue here. I was on holiday last year in Italy and I just bought this statue off one of the street fellas, and I saw one a few years ago, a bigger one than this, and it was a marble one at a car boot sale, and I didn't buy it, and I was sorry afterwards I didn't, because I thought it'd be a good statue for a bonsai on top of. And then I was in Italy and I found this one, so I was happy I got it anyway in the end. So I'm just taking off some of this liverwort off the roots here. This was just Chinese elm that I layered off the top of another tree. You can see there it's just kind of basically a stump with the roots then coming out. It was kind of a bit of a stupid little thing, so that's why I decided to put it on top of something, and when I got this was ideal for it. So I want to grow it kind of like a canopy over it, like under an umbrella. I know there is a famous one of these statues with I think it's a pine, I'm not sure if it's a Nuga pine or Scots pine, something over it. Yeah, but I just wanted to do a small one with this on it. So I did see recently that Nigel Saunders, if you're watching, you got one of these printed, I think, as far as I can remember. You got this statue printed and you were planning on doing one over it, but I think you're going to be doing the proper job, the pine. This is just a little Chinese elm one. I'm going to grow it like that. I'm going to try and grow it as a kind of as if it's like an umbrella canopy over it. You can see there it's just held on with a cable tie there and one there. I probably could have lifted it a bit. I might scrape back the soil and just see, maybe I can lift it a small bit after I've pruned it, but we'll just give it a bit of a prune first. Just want to get it back into some sort of control, because we don't want to be wasting energy growing branches like this going straight up. We want to concentrate on all the energy growing into the branches going the right way. So I'm just going to go around, reduce it back. See this branch here, a lot of energy gone into growing that, just to be cut off. Some growing back in towards the trunk as well, need to get rid of them. I'm hoping to one day have this. It's getting there, because when I had it first it was quite sparse, the foliage on it, but like with all my other elms I like to keep them trimmed, and it helps to get the foliage nice and tight. Take them back and, like always, trim into an outward facing leaf. Take the one rack out for one leg there. I'm going up here. any that are growing down off. This way, if I turn the camera slightly more so it's more beside me, so you can see. I definitely reckon these Chinese elms are one of the most underrated trees. I love them. Just so I know they're classed as one of the easiest trees, but I just think they're an absolute perfect tree to work with. You can literally make any design out of them. I leave mine out all winter, they don't come in. And it's funny because some, they'll be on the same benches, they're in the same soil, and some will lose the leaves. Some will partially lose the leaves and others won't lose leaves at all. And just keep kind of growing very, very slowly. This was one of them. Even through the winter it was still kind of pushing out little new leaves ever really slowly. Now it's really starting to take off. So we need to get it under control now while we can. I'll keep this one down a bit. This one. Okay, I think I'm not too sure yet how far out I want to grow it until I get the whole statue out. That might be as far as it needs to be. I want it to fill out a bit more here, which it should do, it's starting to. Something I missed back here. This side, I had it pointed to the sun on this side. So I'm going to turn it around now. So the other side is pointing at the front. The sun is on the front of it. And that way then, I'll get some more growth out this side, fill out this. You can see it's filled out quite a bit at the back, you know. I just need to fill out the front. Okay, I'm just going to have a little look and see whether we can lift it a bit. This root still is quite, isn't really the strongest, so I don't think I will. I think I'll leave it for another while. Maybe the next time we do a bit of trimming, I might have a look at lifting it. I don't want to do any major pruning or anything. I'll just lift it out of the pot, put a bit of soil underneath, and then just scrape it back a bit. The cable tie, it's still holding on until this root here, we need to grip. This cable tie is kind of loose on it because I don't want it to squash the root, and it's coming through here. Oh, it's actually just looking there, has it been severed there? Yeah, the main part of it, the thick part, has been broke. So snapped there. Something broke it. So what I'll do is I'll just leave that. There is some other roots that will probably take its place. It does look a bit thin. We could definitely need a root over the front to hold it. This one alright is split into two, coming down both sides here. I think this is coming along the bottom, so that one will probably hold it. This one will hold it on the back. But we'll just leave it for now. I won't lift it. We'll let the roots grow for another little while. Okay, so we'll just move that one out the way a minute. I'll start this little one. Now this one again was another, I think it was another area. Or did I take something off this one? And it was literally a tiny twig, not much bigger than that, was coming off the side here. So I just clipped it all right back, and I thought if it lives it lives, but nothing lived. But it was very ugly, whatever. I can't remember what was on here, but I remember it was ugly. So I just left the one little branch, and it's grown quite nicely up there. So you never know what you're gonna get. Just trim them back and see what happens. You buy these, that's probably why I've got a few of them, because there's a kind of one of the only kind of bonsai trees you can buy in shops around over here, unless you go to, like, you can go to garden centre and buy other trees, but not as bonsai trees. You can buy other plants to turn into bonsai trees. And they sell these as bonsai trees, but they're very snake-like, and I don't like them. So I always bring them home and I chop them right back, lay the tops off them, plant them on rocks. If you've seen my other videos, you'll see what I've done with the different ones I have. Because I don't really like that snake-like look. It just looks too mock looking for me. I don't mind a bit of a shape like this. It looks a bit more natural than this perfect woo woo woo. Just, I don't like that. So that's why I always tend to give them a massive cut when I get them. Chop them back, make a decision then, and I'd rather chop it right back and it die than keep it for years growing and knowing I won't like it. So I chop them back, I put some on rocks, I put some over statues like that other one there. I even put them beside rocks and things, so they kind of look like they've grown against the rock, just to hide the fact that they've got that S-bend on them. And then sometimes I just lay the tops off them, and I either put the top into the ground, or I use the top and I put the bottom into the ground just to grow on, or into just another pot by itself to just grow on. I remember watching years ago. I remember watching there was a bonsai exhibition on, and somebody was doing, I'm not sure who it was doing a talk, going around talking, what they call it again, I can't remember what they call it, talking about each tree and stuff, and he came to one of them Chinese elms, and he said that it was like an S. It was quite big, but and fallen well, but just the S was just ridiculous. And like that, he said, if you ever buy one of these, just chop it back, right back to a stump and start again. So that's basically what I do with mine. Do something with them to get rid of that S anyway. Okay, so this one, got a couple of branches here that are kind of a bit funny. Chop them back a bit. I think I can get rid of this one altogether. And I think sometimes it's nice, you have these big trees, like today, I've just come home from work, and my plan was to bring in a big oak that I have that needs working and pruning back, some days you're just tired and you're just not in the mood to be hauling around a big tree and working on it. So it's nice to just potter about with these little trees, do a little bit of trimming. I like doing it at night time when I'm just walking around the garden in the evening. And just pick up a little tree like this and just give it a little pruning. Nice and relaxing. You know, and all this heavy duty work on wiring and chopping big branches and stuff. Just now and again it's nice to do a little bit of pruning on a little tree. Okay, I think that one's okay. That's more or less done. There's one branch here that's kind of sticking up a bit funny, but if I take it away there's a big gap through the tree. If you can see it there, it's kind of a different angle to the phone, but we'll leave it for now. We'll see. Okay, I'll leave for that little guy. And then the last one is this one, another little guy. This again was another air layer off the top of a tree. The bottom of the tree is just horrible, so I just air laid this top off. The bottom is just in the garden now, growing away, and we'll make a decision on it one day. This is a little, just lower the camera a little bit there, see a bit better. This is a little brass pot, drilled a couple of holes in it. It came with a little figurine, I think it was. No, it was a little wire kind of bonsai tree with the little jewels on them, like little coloured stones. So it took me a while to get it out. It was well glued in. But I just want to go to the car boot sale again, and it's a lovely little pot, you can see. Make little pictures on it. So yeah, I got the imitation tree out eventually, and I planted this one in it, and it's been doing great ever since. It's another one I keep really tight. I think with a small tree like this, you definitely want to keep them tight as you can. We'll have to go through it one day soon and thin it out, just because it's getting a bit choked up in some of the places. So many branches. I was actually going to do it in the winter. I looked through a couple of them. When they lost the leaves, I was going to thin them right back, do some major work on them. But they didn't lose the leaves, some of them, because for some reason some just kept the leaves the whole way through the winter. Just going in again, just taking out anything growing upwards, downwards. Definitely need to come in here one day and get in here and thin out these. Try and do a little bit here now. Kind of want to get in and thin out them if they're getting too thick, just to stop them looking like a solid pompon of a foliage, kind of break up the foliage a bit. thin them out. See now, like that, made it into two kind of separate branches. See there, rather than one big ball of foliage to separate them. The same here, see the way I've created a gap now instead of it just being a solid mass. So, gotta get in and get all these ones that are growing out crotches and stuff out. Just to create some empty space, and that's what makes it look a bit better, in my opinion, rather than just little clouds of foliage. Trim it first into the shape you want, and then when you have it trimmed into the shape you want, then go in then and kind of get between the branches and create space in between them. It also helps to let in the light. Branches actually directly over this, so I'm going to take that one out altogether. Okay, you can see again there, nicely thinned out. The thing you do is if you can get your hand in between them like that, get your fingers in, and then work on each section. Individually, creating its own little pad kind of thing. We'll go and do the same with this one. Take that branch out all together because it's coming over and interfering with that one. Okay, I think that'll do for now. I have to go and now for my dinner. Thought call it done. That's that one. So again, as always guys, if you like my videos, please subscribe. Any messages or anything, let me know what your thoughts are, and we'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.